Hey everyone, today we're talking about how to trade 0 DTE options with the help of VIX1D. If you haven't been on my channel, my name is Addy. My camera is not working today for some reason. 10 years of experience in options. And if you've been struggling in the market, we will talk about selling an iron condor in 0 DTE market, but we will take the help of not just the VIX index, but the VIX1D. Now, the VIX1D is based out of the 1-day SPX options versus the VIX index, which is based out of 30-day SPX implied volatility. I'm going to show you exactly what I look at before taking a 0 DTE trade. The total time of the trade is max 3 to 4 hours. Get in at 1 hour after market opens and then close 1 or 2 hours after market closes. And I close it at 25 to 30% max profit. And I'll show you exactly what the numbers mean. Let's go through an example here. This is my real trading account. I have the tickers here. I don't know if you can see it, but I will highlight it here. These two tickers. So I have the VIX index, and then I have the VIX1D going in. And then I have the VVIX, which is the futures part. But we don't need to worry about the VVIX today. So the main thing is the VIX1D is up 15%. It's showing me, right? It's up $1.30, 1.131 basically. This tells me that today the premium is pumped into the options because the 1-day VIX index is up, and therefore the 1-day the 0 DTE market has pumped some volatility into these options. Now, what should we do after we have figured this out? The other comparison, look at VIX versus the VIX1D. How is VIX1D doing versus the VIX index? VIX is up. The actual VIX index is basically flat. It's not up. It's just 7 basis points. It's nothing. Versus the VIX1D, which is up 15%. That tells me that there is something going on in the 1-day market. There were some PPI numbers that came out today. To me, that's the reason. But we can take advantage of this. Let's go to the SPX option space, and I'll tell you. Now we have figured out that yes, we can do a trade because the VIX1D is up, and we can put a trade on and then see how the risk reward looks. Usually, I would say in the 0 DTE space, the risk reward is again 3 to 1. You're putting down 3 times as much to collect one-time credit, meaning you're putting down $9 to collect $3. Basically, that's the game. 3 to 1 basis. SPX 0 DTE. We are going in and setting up an iron condor. Now, how do I do that? I will go, first thing I will check is where the index is trading right now. It's trading at 65.35, let's say, because that's the strike you have available. 65.35, I'll go back down 20 points from here, or around 20 delta. The delta figure is coming in here. That's 14. So 65.20 is providing me 19 delta. Now here's something that you have to decide whether you want to go a little bit more further out and then sell here and then lose out on some premium, or be a little bit more closer to the market and then sell at 20. Usually I would sell between 20 and 25 to this number, but because the VIX is high, VIX one day is a little higher today, I'm going to be a little bit safe and then sell it at this number, 65.15, which is the 14 delta spot. Let's see how that sets up for us. Right click, sell an iron condor. Let's set up the put side first. So we're selling at 65.15, go back 10 points, buy it back at 65.05, meaning this strike, which is at 8 delta. Totally fine. Very liquid markets here, so you don't need to worry about any liquidity here. On the call side, you have either 19 or 11. 11 is too far out for us. So we will pick the 11 delta strike, 19 delta, which is 20 now, at 65.50. Okay, so 65.50 is here, and then I'll go 10 points out. In the SPX index, I would go 10 points out, and if I was doing this trade in the futures options market, meaning the ESE mini S&P 500 futures, I would go 20 points out. So that's how the index works. And that's my go-to strategy. 10 points here and then 20. And this is exactly how I trade them on my 45-day regular cycles too. For the SPX index, it would be 10 points. For the futures option, it would be 20 points. Let's set your break-evens first, if it lets me. Open this up. It's trading at 175. Let's change it to 180. This is all set up at 911, which is totally fine, which is 1 day. So you're collecting $180, and then you're putting down $820. The total max loss is $820. Now, I was trying to run some numbers before. So if you're collecting 180 and you're putting down 820, that's a 21% return. But we don't always collect the full premium. What we do is we collect 25 to 30% of it. So be very realistic. I would close this at 25%, which is $45 out of the 180. Divide that by 820, and then you get a 5.5% return. Okay, that's a really good number for a really good number for a day trade. Remember, this is just a day trade. There's no overnight risk. So why should you get paid too much? Because you're not taking any overnight risk. You're only taking a few hours worth of risk here, and therefore that's what you're giving you for that. Okay, and remember, if you just trade, I don't know, multiple times a year, multiple times a month, then that 5.5% gets annualized the way you want it, and then that becomes not a bad return. You're putting down $820. The total risk reward here is basically 4.5 to 1, which is totally fine too, because we're in the trade. Usually in high vol, we will collect 3.5 to 1 risk reward. But right now, because the volatility is low, but VIX1D is high, and we want to trade, we stay in the market, we will go for this trade and then try and get it filled. But this is how I would trade it. If you are jumping into the 0DTE space, check out these small iron condor trades and see if it works for your account. My account, I have a small account, so I take as much risk as I can, and I don't go too far overboard with it. With 0DTEs, I'll trade 1 or 2 a week whenever the opportunity is there. Where is the opportunity? Now, opportunity is here in the VIX1D. I showed you, right? The VIX index is down, but the VIX1D is up a little bit, and therefore there is the opportunity to do something here. Subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with more 0DTE option trading strategies. I do make videos every week. So watching. Bye bye.